And what is particularly very interesting is that today will be exactly 12 years that he passed on. Those who decried him, who termed him as prisoner of war, they are today footnote of history. The man that was called a prisoner of war is being celebrated 12 years after his death. Those who arrested him, those who tortured him, those who took him to prison and called him prisoner of war, do you even remember their names? If you do, it is not with delight, it is not with fear. It does mean that whatever you do, continue to live after you and continue to elevate your memory and the fond memories of whom we are celebrating today. What has happened in the past? What are those things that have made good governance to be very possible in the past? There are about 5 issues, 5 factors that made good governance very, very good in the past. Number 1 is the quality of the participants in the political process. And I'll give you examples. In the old Western region, Chief Rotimi Brilliant, one of the most renowned lawyers from this part of the world, was a member of government. In the First Republic, we have people like Dr. Lateef Adegbite, he was a member of government. We have Professor Fademi Roko, we have our Baba Ajasi, Baba Labanation. These were accomplished people who had something to their names before they went into politics. Baba Labanation that we have come to celebrate today was a principal, and at the time when principals were next to God, these were the quality of people. If you look at the Second Republic, the 5 governors that we have in the Southwest, you will see Mr. Onabanjo in Ogun State, an accomplished journalist. You will see Lateef Jakonde in Lagos State, accomplished journalist. You come to Oyo State, it was Bolagi. You come to Bedford State, it was Professor Ambrose Ali. These are people who are accomplished in that individual respect. They had something to their name before they came into politics. So the first thing that worked in the past was the quality of participants in the political process. The second thing that worked was we had very strong political parties that had clear ideologies. In 1979, as an example, we knew the European government as a party identified with free education. The NPN was known as a party that was identified with providing shelter. There were clear ideologies between the parties. Unlike what we have today, UPN, we know them, what they represented, NPN, we knew what they represented, and they had very strong leadership. At that point in time, the party was supreme. This was a point in time when Baba Akiloye was the chairman of the party. Whenever there was a meeting of the party, the then president, Sheikh Shagari, would be seated, waiting for the arrival of the chairman of the party. Unlike now, where the chairman and the party is an appendage of the government house. So we have very strong party leadership. Party leadership that will enforce discipline. Parties that were responsible for producing and selecting candidates. That was the second reason. So we had parties, they had ideology, they had manifesto, and they held those who were elected on the platform of the party, they held them accountable to the manifestos of the party. The third reason was also that the society itself had a very strong moral value. And I'll give an example. Today, I am a senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District. In 1979, Cynthia Abiola, the wife of M.K. Abiola, contested for this seat for Ogun Central Senatorial District. Abiola spent all the money. Abiola provided all the facilities. But the people of Ogun Central, they were not moved by the money. Who they elected somebody who had no name, because that person embodied and represented the value of the statue. It wasn't about money then, it was about the value of the society itself. The society at that point in time, they did not expect you not only to live this moral conduct, but they also did not make any demand on you that can only be satisfied through corrupt means. So the society was strong, the moral fabric of the society was strong. Therefore, those elected on the platform of the party, they also imbibe the fabric of the society. The number 4 thing that also enhanced good governance was also the healthy rivalry between the regions. The Western region established the University of Ife, now called Opeyemi University. The Eastern region established the University of Nigeria that our Baba Lamadeshima attended, and the Northern region established Ahmadu Bello University. So there was a healthy rivalry, particularly because the country just got independent. Every region wanted to develop, every region wanted to outdo each other in performance. Therefore, the people elected were very deliberate in promoting development in their various regions. Fast forward to 1979, when we had the Jagon days in Onabanjo. It is not coincidence that it was at that point in time that the Lagos University was established, Ogun State University was established, Ladoga University was established, Akron University was established. This was a time there was healthy rivalry among the states to outdo each other in governance, and therefore there was good governance across, particularly the Western region. Lastly, at this point in time, what also enhanced good governance in the past was that we had, through civil society organizations and individuals who are determined to be the conscience of the society. Some of us will remember Dr. Oluwa. We will remember Khalifa Emi. We will remember the younger Oresho Ika. We will remember if you dabble me, I will tackle you. This was at the time the civil society organizations, they were not just vehicles for making money. They were vehicles to serve as the conscience of the society. So we had all those 5 elements. Those 5 elements were in place to hold those for the government accountable. Today, what have we witnessed? We have witnessed very general decline in the quality of participation in governance and the quality of governance that we have in the country. And I'll give you a few examples. When the military first struck the First Republic, the civilian government that took over from them was weakened. When the military struck again in 1983, the civilian government that succeeded them became further weakened. When General Bamidele took over, they also weakened the democratic structure further and further. So we began to see the decline in the party structure. We began to see decline in the governance structure. I remember from Ogun State, we had a military administrator that came to plunder our resources. And the then number 2 man, General Komu, came to Abeokuta and he said it wasn't a case of misappropriation, it was a case of misapplication. At that point in time, the citizens got used to not asking questions of their leaders, particularly the military. So we had a general decline with every military in cultural politics. The successful military civilian administration imbibed the culture and tradition of the military that revived that transition, and gradually the quality of leadership, the quality of governance began to deteriorate. So what do we have? We have a situation where our value system became largely eroded. And I will give you 2 examples. All of us, as enlightened as we are now, if you have to enter a bus, put ourselves in a bus and we go to Lagos. If you get to a checkpoint and the police were demanding money and bribe from our driver, we are not likely to stand up and say, no, police, what you are doing is wrong. We are likely to tell the police, please settle them and let us go. So we have also begun to elevate vices and we have begun to denigrate virtues. So what are the reasons why the quality of governance is also very low? It's also because we ourselves as a people, our value system has been degraded. You will go to a church, you go to a mosque, and the clergy will mark the pulpit, and they will look at you as a politician in the audience, and they will say, you politician, please, you need to serve our people. You have been elected to serve the people. Remember your permanent duty to serve the people. But before you leave, they will ask you to make a donation that they know is more than your 4 years of legitimate earning. So even our clergy, our traditional system have also been so corrupted that we cannot have anything but lower quality of governance, because the people have been elected, they are mirroring, they are using the society as a whole as a barometer for their performance in office. The third thing that I also believe is also a challenge to good governance is monetization of the political process. As we speak now, we are 2024. If by 2025, 2026, somebody comes from the United States of America, we have no idea what he was doing there, we have no idea how he got his money, and he came and he went around all the local governments in Oyo State. If he gives them just 10 million naira or 5 million naira, we begin to say, this is our new government. Because the process has been so monetized. What we care so much about now is how big your pocket is, not how big your idea is. If if you were to come alive again, if you were to contest for the House of Representatives, he will not get the ticket of the party. If Lamanation were to come today and say, I am Lamanation, former member of House of Representatives, I was a progressive, I was a governor from 1970, they would tell Baba, give nobody. So we have monetized the system so much that we do not even care about the character, about the competence, about the pedigree of the people we give political office to. We give political office to the highest bidder. Little wonder then, when they get to the office, what they do not have, they cannot give. They do not have good governance quality, therefore they cannot give us good governance. So if we want to change the system, let us also ensure that money does not become the defining factor of our politics. Again, we have also seen the wrong metrics of measuring performance of people in political office. I am a senator. I represent the good people of Ogun Central Senatorial District. I chair the Senate Committee on National and Cyber Security. Senator Buhari is here, Chairman Senate Committee on Aviation. Honorable Rebel Seni is here, Chairman House Committee on Farmer, and many other senators. No matter the quality of debates, no matter the number of motions and bills that you move in the National Assembly, if you fail to distribute Okada, Keke Marwa, stomach infrastructure, even the party member will not give a return ticket. So we have adopted metrics of performance that are in total dissonance with good governance. A senator's responsibility, a member of National Assembly responsibility is to make laws, is to do budget, is to perform oversight functions. But pray, somebody can be in the National Assembly for 4 years. He may not even stand up for one to say, my name is so and so, I represent so constituency. It doesn't matter to the people. What matters to the people is that 6 months of the election, let him come back, let him line up Okada, let him line up Kekemarua, let him line up money. People will give him the ticket and he will go up to Okoba dancing. So if you want good governance, our metrics of performance must also reflect what we expect. It is what you expect that you will get. It is what you will enforce that happens. Therefore, if you want our political officers to give us good governance, then the metrics of measuring performance must also reflect good governance.